Hello, my name is Science Bob Marshall, and I'm here to tell you about something truly remarkable. Cells! The building block of life! Speaking of building blocks, welcome to Minecraft! The third dimension feels weird. Today I am going to run you through the organelles of two types of cell, eukaryotic cells, animal, and plant. Eukaryotic cells are cells that have a nucleus. Now, let's begin with the animal cell. The animal cell is the cell that makes up all animals. They generally have a circular shape that is surrounded by the cell membrane. The cell membrane is arguably one of the most important organelles in the cell because the cell membrane only lets some materials through, which we have modeled with this incredible security door. As you can see, when the laser beams are red, you cannot get through. But if Security Jeff Drew turns off the lasers, we can freely enter the cell. We're immediately spit out onto cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance that holds all the organelles in place. Over to our right, we see Vinny the vacuole. Vacuoles are in the cells. They are also jelly-like substances that store materials for the cell, such as water. As you can see, they are found across the cell. Passing those for now, let's go to the nucleus. This is arguably the heart and soul of the cell. It holds all the DNA in the form of chromosomes inside its nuclear envelope. That's a pair of chromosomes down there. The nucleolus is the center of the nucleus. It produces ribosomes, which you can see exiting and entering through the pores, the nuclear pores, and the nuclear envelope. The nucleus controls the functions in the cell by controlling protein production. Exiting through a nuclear pore, we see the materials in the cell flowing all throughout, traveling between different organelles. Right off the nucleus, we see endoplasmic reticulum, or ER. And no, I don't mean emergency room. Ha 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 ha, that's not a funny joke. This is the rough ER, which has ribosomes all over it. These ribosomes produce proteins, which help form the body. Smooth ER, on the other hand, produces things such as hormones and lipids, and does not have ribosomes. Something similar looking to endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi! Golgi packages and ships proteins, and other materials, but mostly proteins. Over here we have microtubules, which give the cell its structural support. And we have centrioles and the centrosome right here, which produce these. They also help with mitosis. Mitosis is cell division. And of course, we have the magic school bus. Miss Frizzle here could teach you about the cell, but instead I'm going to. Over here, we have the mitochondria. The mitochondria uses cellular respiration to turn oxygen and glucose into energy for the cell. As you can see, they are hard at work. The next organelle we will look at is the peroxisome, which produces hydrogen peroxide. And the lysosome, which contains digestive enzymes that help to break down used and dead parts of the cell. This concludes our presentation on the animal cell. Now let's look at the plant cell. I wonder what that's used for. The plant cell is very similar to the animal cell, but has many significant differences. The plant cell also has a nucleus and a nucleolus, as well as smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. It also has microtubules, and sometimes even a centrosome. But here's where things get nifty. Plants, as we all know, are able to use photosynthesis to get energy from the sun. This happens in this little bugger right here, the chloroplast. This amazing organelle takes energy from the sun and turns it into food for the plant, which, as you can see, travels to the mitochondria, which turns that food into energy. Why is it not hard at work? It should be. Why is it not powered on? It should be doing things for the energy for the cell and the. Come on! Come on! Why is it not? Ah! Let's move on! We also have lysosomes in the plant cell, which still break down used materials. But you may have noticed that we don't have any little vacuoles around here. And that is because we have chunky vacuole. What? It's not called the chunky vacuole? Well, what's it called then? Central vacuole, that can't be right. Alright, you're the boss. The central vacuole, which stores all of the plant's materials instead of the little unreliable ones. The plant cell also has one final touch. While it does have a cell membrane here, it also has a cell wall, which gives it a lot of structural integrity. As you can see, not even the toughest of explosions could penetrate its impossible depth. Woohoo! What a defensive mechanism! No scratches! This concludes my presentation on the two most common eukaryotic cells, plant and animal.